Taurus, what's going on? Welcome to the 5D City. My name is CIDDY, CIDDY. Here to give y'all a general timeless read on what y'all need to know. Hope this reach you at a resonating time. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. It helps me connect to your energy and grow the community. If you need a personal read, all that information is down below in the description of the video. Only take what resonates. Do not force this message. Can't stress it enough. Every read is not for you. No, this is a general collective read for the sign of Taurus. I already did your prayer and shuffle, so let's jump into it. What does Taurus need to know, Spirit, in this timeless read? We thank you. Be patient. Four Swords, rest, meditate, stay grounded. What does Taurus need to know, Spirit, in this timeless read? We thank you. Eight of Swords. That's in the past position, so you could have been overthinking things recently in the past, in the recent past. In your head about something, which is true. Yeah, all your reads starting to come back to me. Yeah, you definitely was overthinking things. Five of Coins. Perspective to have position. You're not left out in the cold. You have the resources to get you through something. Hermit could be staying to yourself right now. Reflecting on yourself and past events. Let's just make sure it's not in a draining way where you just beating yourself up, or in the mindset of why me, or why this, you know. Everything happens for you, not to you. We'll take that. That's two. Judgment, a second chance. Page of Swords, learning something new, signing new contracts. Bottom of the deck, Four of Cups, yeah. Some of y'all dwelling on the past. Spirit trying to give you opportunities to move forward. You can feel like, you know, there's no way to turn. You don't have anyone to turn to. But that's not true. Yeah, that's not true. Ten of Cups. Nine of Wands behind that. Dig deep. You have the strength within to see this through. The Sun card. You know, better days are ahead. Brighter days are ahead. You just gotta look up. You know, Four of Cups is about being down, thinking about spilled milk, basically. And Spirit trying to give you a whole opportunity. If you look up, you will see the light. Eight of Swords, get out your head. That's the Eight of Swords for Taurus. Seven of Wands, standing your ground. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Wands, a new passionate beginning. Yeah, don't overthink you defending yourself for what you truly want to do is a bad thing. No, don't do that. You know, and don't settle. You're not wrong for that. So if that is the case, Taurus, no, don't do that. Keep standing on business. Keep standing up for yourself. And what you know is best for you. And aligns with what you desire to do in this lifetime. Keep doing that. Don't overthink that. You're not wrong for that. What's the 5 of coins for Taurus? What's the 5 of coins for Taurus? Spirit, we thank you. What's the 5 of coins for Taurus? Thank you and be patient. Knight of Swords, fast communication. 8 of Wands in divine timing. Can't make this up. In God's timing, you have the resources and the support to see something through. Bottom of the deck, Justice, balancing the scales. Can't make this up. You have the resources to see something through, Spirit. Taurus. Thank you, Spirit. And I feel like Spirit is going to show you that someone could be communicating with you soon. Because Knight of Swords is fast communication. 8 of Wands is text messages, emails. Could have something to do with this new contract coming in. Bringing justice to a situation that had you feeling left out in the cold. Makes sense why we seen that 4 of Swords at first, resting, healing. And then boom, this communication comes in divine timing. 8 of Wands is about divine timing as well. God timing, it was right on time, which is your justice. What's the judgment? God calling judgment on the situation. Giving you a second chance. What's the judgment for Taurus? We thank you. What's the judgment card for Taurus? We thank you and be patient. Ace of Wands. Can't make this up. A new passionate beginning that you deserve. 7 of Cups. Seeing things clearly, clearing the fog, the delusions, the confusion. Focusing on your passions and creating a way to do that will help you eliminate the confusion and the distractions, and you can also have options. What's the Knight of Swords? The Page of Swords for Taurus. King of Wands. Taking leadership. Wheel of Fortune. Luck is on your side. The wheel is turning in your favor. Bottom of the deck. Nurture your garden. Taurus energy. Confirmation. Yeah, it's like this is clear cut for real. I think all June I was telling y'all to cause a tower, make a change. Feel like y'all did that. And heal from that. And of course when things suddenly change and we have to let certain things go, of course we're gonna be overthinking things. 8 of Swords. But you didn't back down though. 7 of Wands, you did not back down. But it could have caused you to lose some things. 5 of Coins. Felt lonely. But But that's why this communication came in, or is coming in at the right time. Eight of Wands. To help you go after your passions and have a new beginning. You know? God called judgment. God seen your efforts and the unfairness. And that clarifying this was the justice card at the bottom of the deck. Getting your justice. That's why the wheel turning in your favor. Wheel of Fortune. Be the King of Wands. You know, taking action towards your passions and being creative, being the leader that you are, Taurus. On this new opportunity, you know, Page of Wands is about new contracts, studying something new, learning something new, becoming passionate about it, and getting good at it. King of Wands. You know, Wheel of Fortune. This will work in your favor. Keep nurturing your garden, Queen of Coins, your finances, and move on to calmer water, Six of Swords. Aligning with your higher self, High Priestess, and learning yourself and how strong you really are, Strength card. Doing good, Taurus. Regardless of if it looks shaky right now. Angels and ancestors, what do you need Taurus to know in this timeless read? We thank you. See from a higher perspective. Not from this perspective, and that's in the perspective position. That's confirmation. Thank you, Spirit. Five of Coins. We don't want to be feeling like or seeing things like, you know, I don't have the resources, or I can't do this because of that, or, you know, no. Change your perspective. Or this happened to me and God don't love me. No. See the whole picture. And you'll realize, because you know the eagle sees far. You know, you'll realize, oh, this happened so I could have room and time to go after my passions. Ace of Wands. I got a whole new beginning here for me. That God gave to me. Higher power gave to me. Judgment, my bad. So let's take action and do that. Be the King of Wands. You know, seek out those new opportunities and learn those new opportunities. Page of Swords. You know, I'm also hearing, what will my inner child be proud of me? You know, what could I do to make my inner child proud of me, basically? Like the things that you said you would learn or do as a kid. You know, imagine going back to your inner child when you was a child and being like, we did it. You know, I took action on this. I didn't settle for this. You know? I went after the impossible, I'm hearing. That's not impossible. Nothing is impossible. And, ooh, that was quick. Take time to reflect. That's that hermit that we seen in that Four of Swords. You know, that was the very first card I believe we seen, and that makes sense. Rest, heal, reflect. Take time to reflect. Four of Swords. Mirror Guardian. Hermit. And learn from spiritual experiences. Can't make this up, Taurus. This happened for you, not to you. whatever happened that had you in your head. But that's the past, really. This is like what you stepping into. And I feel like you are seeing things clearer now. And you are taking the steps to your desires and what you're passionate about, aligning with your higher self, what you meant to do in this lifetime. So keep it up. You know, things are working in your favor. Wheel of Fortune. That's what I got for you, Taurus. Peace. Love.